Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over another premium medium database question that I just solved on my own. So I'm really glad about this, and I'm very happy that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any assistance. So let me show you how I did it. This one is called number of passengers in each bus number 1. It's number 2142. So basically, this question, it's a little bit confusing to read the description, but I figured out that what they mean is for each arrival time. So basically, we first want to sort by arrival times, and then, for example, arrival time 2 can catch 1 for less than or equal to whatever's left, so we don't care about 1. Nothing is less than or equal to 4, so 2 gets 0. It catches 0 passengers. 3 catches the rest because 7 is less than or equal to 7. And that's how it works. So basically, first we want to sort these by, we want to retrieve these pairs and then sort them by the arrival time, right? Because that's what we're going to be processing it by. So let's go ahead and say cur, and for I, B, and enumerate buses, bus ID. So get the bus ID, and then also get the arrival time, because everything is in order of time, right? So cur.sorts key equals to lambda x1, because that's sorting by arrival time in ascending order from smallest to greatest, left to right. And then now let's go over the passengers, and for IP and enumerate passengers. Actually, what we need to do is to go over each key value pair and then see how many basically satisfy. So we only care about the arrival times. You don't even care about the passenger ID, as you can see. So let's call this arrival times, make this assorted passengers arrival time. Okay, so then let's go over each key value pair or each matrix sublist. So the arrival time currently, let's call this total arrival times. Current arrival time is C of 1, right? And then what we want to do is go over, so basically let's print the total and then the arrival time just to make it easier to visualize. So you can see this one satisfies that, and then we would just get rid of that. So this would be the rest of the list, right? So the way I did it is using a bisect right, basically getting everything up to including the current arrival time. So inside of TAT and then arrival time, and basically for everything, the current passenger ID or the bus ID, let's go ahead and make a dictionary. And let's say let's print tats up to bisect right. Okay, cool. So we get 1 for 2 because 1's the only thing that's less than or equal to 2. So basically for, let's say n in tat b right, basically d of the current bus, we're going to append the current one because that counts, and then we have to remove it too, right? That's important. So the list only becomes this. So basically tat, let's say equals to tat, let's say b right plus 1 to the end, right? Because that's it. And then we want to also sort it because we're just getting rid of the 1 here. And cool. So now let's print our dictionary. That's not correct. Okay, so let's try to do this again. So this is not correct because we don't want duplicates, right? We want to get rid of that. So let's just say tats dot remove n. Okay, so okay, awesome. So now, because these arrival times seem to not be duplicates, so now all the bus IDs that we need, basically let's call this BIDs, is just going to be set buses bus ID because now we're just going to loop through that. So for B and BIDs, if B is not in the dictionary, then let's call this answer. In that case, it's just answer.append that current bus ID and 0, right? Because 0 passengers, okay? Otherwise, answer.append the bus ID and then length of D of B, right? Because there are no duplicates. So if we print answer, that simplifies things a little bit. Cool. So 12033. Cool. Awesome. Now we just have to sort it by bus ID in increasing order. So answer.sort. We care about the 0th index of each sublist. That's the priority that's given. So cool. So now let's just retrieve everything into the 2 columns. Make a data frame. Set its bus ID equal to 1. Passengers counts equal to 2. And then return the data frame. Okay, let's run this and submit it. And there you go, passes all test cases. So again, I'm super happy that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any help and solve it completely on my own. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.